Oh God! Right out the gate. Oh, how do I become visible again? Oh God. Azayaka, what's going on? Oh, look above me. Look above me, chat. Big lady. Big lady. Big. 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 We're making progress. We're making progress. We'll see what happens. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Big lady. What's going on, everyone? Hope your time in the Lost Belt hath been fruitful. We're going to have to go with Azayaka Gaming because, goddamn, $10 dues right out the gate. Thank you so much. Eric's here to help. Oh, damn. Barguest, First Ascension, Best Ascension, fight me, but I like them all. Arcuade. I don't want to pick a favorite. I'll just bounce between all of them and just go from there. Must be bigger, that's what the Noble Phantasm is for. I know if y'all saw on Twitter, but I hit like 24k in a fight with her, and I was like, oh. Perfect, perfect. So we can celebrate this super chat? What? What? We can celebrate the super chat? How do I do that? I have no memory of this feature. I'm gonna just do this. I hit the heart thing. I hit the 100 thing. There. Beep, 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 beep. I don't know. It's probably doing something in the chat. Thank you. We will absolutely start with Azayaka. Damn. Also, I just gotta say, there is one Fey Knight I will stand firm on Best Ascension, and I'm just gonna, this is the only one I'm gonna stay firm on, gang. Only one I'm gonna stand firm on. Barguest, everything's good, but Baobon, this is incredible. This is incredible. This, good, solid, okay, fantastic. This, also great, super cool. But this, holy shit. And Regent with the, oh my God. Are we this hyped for Avalon LaFay that we've got to show off our Avalon gang? How many Morgans am I gonna see tonight? All right, let's get the ball rolling then. Jesus, chat, my gosh. Of course, as usual, submit your thing in the chat. I will try to get to as many as I can throughout the duration of the stream. Eric's going to be helping, keeping track of everything with a Google Doc because he is super cool like that and an awesome guy. And you should read his articles on Game Rant. That was not a cross promotion. I did that entirely of my own accord. And let's go ahead and take a gander. As always, also, be friends with these people. Be friends with everyone that comes up. Be friends with random people asking to be friends in the chat. Just have a good time. Play the game together. Enjoy it. And for some actual cross-stream promotion, I'll be playing Final Fantasy 16 demo on stream tomorrow and like crying the entire time because of how beautiful it will be. All right. Azayaka. Azayaka Gaming. Here we go. Already we're kicking it off the gate with my favorite alter ego. Also, chat, let me know if the music's too loud for FGO in the background. I'll go ahead and adjust it. Yes, Zero is on the supporting. That's true. Let's look at this. Let's look at this specimen right here. Listen, Eric, you play your Dingens and Dagnorts game. It's fine. You helping is a favor. It's not required. It's not like I pay you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the assistance. It's not like you're working for me. Never worry about it. Never worry about it. Oh, we're so close on this K-Scope, chat. We're so close. Okay, we're gaining some traction with the skills. Load magical energy is there. Love that I see people following the low magical energy advice every single week. And then let's take a gander over here. Ooh, okay. Okay. Yes, Eric's going to do his best to keep everyone showing up. One who shoulders the Mother Goddess for crit strength. Heck yeah. Karama Child for crit strength. A star off that arts. Nice. I totally get it. I totally understand. And Tengu fan. Okay. Okay. We are going to get free SQ on the anniversary. I don't know how much off the top of my head, but we should. We always do. I think last time we got it was like 160. All right, so this is a solid Ashia Doman to kick us off. I actually really appreciate Third Ascension Doman. This went hard in Heiankyo. I really liked when he did this whole transformation, had that whole sequence there. So super cool. Super cool Doman. Solid level 100, especially considering I think he's the best alter ego in the game. Moving on. Oh. This is gonna be quite the trek, my friends. Level 120 Ibuki Doji Azayaka, I wish you luck. My god. Got Delightful Kamari for a little bit of a buster boost. 434. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Nice, Dozen. I'm glad you're having a good time. I appreciate you enjoying the stream so much that you're throwing it up on a big old conference room screen. NP3, you really went in. This is your Buster Berserker. This is your Buster Berserker. Ibuki FA about to get me demonetized is what's about to happen. Nice. Cool Ibuki. Cool Ibuki. As the American Psycho meme says, impressive. Very based. Calamity Jane. Level 1. Calamity Jane. Got it. There we go. We got a coup. Coup in progress. Make sure you do these at some point. They're pretty dang great. Huge buff for him. Massive buff for him. Knight's Dignity is actually a really solid CE you can put on this guy. That's actually a pretty good pick, mainly because with the amount he's going to be dodging and reviving himself, defense isn't necessarily that huge an issue for this doggo. Nice, nice. When it comes to appends on Coup, I actually recommend everything. Weird that I would recommend that for a specific person, but this might be the best set of append skills in the entire game, and I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Extra attack boost is great on him because he's a last stand servant. Low magical energy is low magical energy. And anti-berserker attack up. Oh, God. Definitely keep leveling your doggo. Keep leveling this doggo. Anna Mary. Talk about a servant that fell by the wayside. Right? Like, I don't think I've ever used these characters outside of the month that I pulled them. That's how many, like, that's not an indictment on them. That is how many good riders there are in the game. My gosh. My gosh. Weird. Weird. Very weird. We've got a Lancer is that guy. He is that guy. We get a couple of that guys in, FGO, don't we? Don't we? Also, yes, Eric is a master of RNG. He has the theoretical D20 at the ready and is rolling for everyone individually. So that's how he'll be picking, other than super chats. Solid Skahawk Scotty. This is actually nice because it increases her star drop. Very, very good for a beginner Skahawk Scotty. I see you're focusing in on the skills. Word of advice for anyone who's got a newer Skahawk Scotty. Snag Primordial Rune and All-Father's Wisdom first. Shivering Blizzard can wait if you're low on gems. That's going to be the goal. Also, I got to say hi to all the people in the chat. Black Steve, Amon, Danilo, Moaz, Twisted Sword, Zero Life, Phone, Psionic Blade, Galeon. I think that's a lot of the people I haven't said hi to yet. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Nice, nice. Pairs really well with that Ashia Doman you got up there. And also pairs super well with your Kichi Hogan, too. I don't think I've seen a Kichi Hogan that somebody didn't finish. Let's see if that's still the case here. Nice. All right. Yeah, Scotty's Bond CE is the best for her. It's really, really good. That or 2030. The problem with her Bond CE is it's her Bond CE. So you've got to use her a lot. So if you just got her, not necessarily going to have that. I actually got quite a few copies of this. I didn't notice when I was doing the roll video, but I max limit broke this thing. And it's great. It's honestly really, really good. I kind of wish I could throw it on the Tristan we get to start with in Lost Belt 6. Not to super spoil stuff a lot, but man, Tristan really carried me through the beginning of that. Really gave me a big appreciation for his character. Speaking of characters getting the boost off the Skahawk Scotty, my god, Lancelot Zerker. Holy shit. You buff this guy, he'll clear a wave or two for you. Clear a wave or two. And finally, ooh. Asayaka, I think we saw this account when you first got it, if I recall correctly. We saw this a while back when you first got it. You had pulled Van Gogh and Ashia Doman. And if I am remembering this account correctly, which I feel like I am. I feel like I'm remembering this account correctly. If I am, you've made a lot of progress. I don't think some of these characters were grailed. I do distinctly remember the Kichi Hogan. I don't remember this much progress on the Ku Lancer either. So if this is the one I'm thinking of, you've done a really, really good job. We got 2030 as well. Nice, nice, nice. Good, good. Low magical energy, putting in work. Anti-caster's actually really good on Van Gogh, too. That can be pretty fun. And we've got some solid healing and some critical stuff. Nice, very nice, Clyde. Whenever we get to field servants of our own, you field your own Tristan for maximum immersion. I thought I was the only one that did that. Chat, when you play Lost Belts, do you, like, go suboptimal and like make sure to have included in the lineup your own characters, like, or at least one or two of your own characters that are like canonically in the party? Because I was doing that for a while. I still do that. It's fun. That's a little bit of a challenge sometimes, but it is what it is. Thank you. I try to grind when I'm not working. It shows. It shows. I distinctly remember seeing an account like this. I distinctly remember the Doman. I distinctly remember there was some stuff with the Ibuki Doji. I also distinctly remember that there was a coup that was in progress and we were all talking about it. God, if I could only remember the stream. So I'm pretty sure that I've seen this before, and if this is the one I've seen before, you've made some excellent progress. So I'm gonna just say that's exactly what happened, because I will question my own sanity if I don't. So hell yeah, nice, nice, nice. I really like this. I really like this. I like the fact that you can do the Doman Van Gogh team. Ridiculous, ridiculous stuff. We got some craft essence suggestions for Clyde. We've got Magical Girl of Sapphire is a recommended support CE. Super good CE. I put it on my Abigail Williams. Attaching to 2030 can sort of get in her way. True, true. Can get in the way just a little bit. Really depends on what you're working with. So like early on, that can definitely help. But once you start pulling into things like Magical Girl of Sapphire and True Crimson Spear Trainer, those do end up being a little more optimal. But 2030 is like fine for now. So if you want to be friends with Asayaka, you just go type in 646-078-715 and just send them a little friend request like that. And there you go. They will be your friend and you can definitely help them out. Does Ibuki work with double Van Gogh? I mean, it's all right. It's all right. The main thing you're going to see the benefit from for that is all the critical stars and stuff like that. That's going to be nice, seeing all the quick cards. But for Ibuki, I feel like a Shakespeare or in like a Hans would be the best budget option. So yeah, there we go. If you want to be friends with Asayaka, 646-078-715. Next, we are moving on to Regent Raptor, who just randomly showed up and threw in $20 redos on the super chat. God damn. Thank you, by the way. If I didn't already say that. I feel like I did, but if I didn't, that's very rude. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Seriously. All right, so Regent Raptor. Austin, 843-603-337. Bada bing, bada boom. Don't forget to be sending those friend requests. But Austin is the maximum number of friends. Which kind of, whenever I see an account that has like the maximum number of friends, I'm like, what are we going to be seeing here? And this has also been tagged with free to play, by the way. How does this servant review work? So people chuck up their friend codes. I go through all of the lists that they've got set up. Well, one list that they've got set up, because if I did all of them, we'd be here all day. And I take a gander at the support list, point out some things that are good. Some people put up really strong servants that I try to use as an opportunity for like a learning experience to show people that like, this is cool. Look at this cool thing that this person did, and here's how it works mechanically. Stuff like that. It's just really a good opportunity for like new people to get some advice if they're just starting out on FGO, or like players who are veterans who want to like show in and give some advice in the chat to show off their cool stuff. So we get a little bit of both. We just took a gander at a newer account. And now this is a free-to-play, by the way, ridiculous monster account. Yeah, Galeon, we're trying. Eric's been very helpful in trying to help like refine this and like actually add some sort of structure to it, because it's very difficult for one person to do on their own. So I really, really do appreciate his help eternally. He's always been a great friend. So free to play, Senji Muramasa, level 100 with a max limit broken painting summer. If there was a budget CE for this man, it is absolutely this thing. 10-10-10, which is way better than Muramasa, the Muramasa that I have, that's for damn sure. And we're 10-10'd on the first two, so he's pretty set for a pen skills. Yes, this is an NP3 Muramasa, and what are we cooking with here? Murder Gods, I'm pretty sure that's, okay, Tengu's Fan to remove attack buffs and increase critical strength. I'm pretty sure this is just iconic. I'm pretty sure this is just there to murder Gilgamesh for the sake of being iconic. Nautilus is definitely great on the arts card. And Viva la France to completely and utterly murder. 3 MLBK scope, this is a free-to-play account for sure. Look, all I can tell you is what they told me. I have no actual way to verify these claims. Look at that. I'm gonna crack a cold one for this. Just stare at that, chat. Just stare in awe. So there's a 120 Mordred. That's real. That exists. God damn. God damn. Poolside bar, Buster card, NP gain and NP strength. I've always really liked this CE, not just for the art, even though this art is like quadruple A+ tier, but it's just a very good Buster CE. Very good Buster CE. Do I have a thing based on repeat reviews like an X month cooldown or something? That is a great question. Usually I try to give it a couple months if I can remember to do so correctly, just so we're not seeing the same things all the time, and so players have an opportunity to, like, if they're newer, show like a little bit more progression with their servants, so we're just not seeing like a super tiny piece by piece progression. So that's generally what I try to go to. Executed for the outfit. Discord executed me for sharing this outfit. I don't understand why. Of course she's 10, 10, 10. Of course she's 10, 10, 10. Holy crap. Yep, NP5. And yeah, this better have your creme de la creme of command codes. She almost has all of her cards max beast pod, chat. Okay, we got Mistress of the Heavens. We got Buster Strength, which I just put this on my Barguest, by the way. We got Wedge of the Heavens. Deal a little bit of extra damage on the arts card. We've got some Ignore Invincibility. And we've got Hero of the Endowed to grant some extra stuff. This is an absurd Mordred. My God. No, that's the thing, phone. That's the thing. Comma, fine. Completely fine. Discord's like, that's cool. That's great. Mordred? No. It immediately got rid of it. I don't understand. I really don't. This is an absurd Mordred. Mordred fans rejoice in the chat. You found someone with a true appreciation. Speaking of a true appreciation for a character, okay, I have to ask, is this for gameplay or is this for, like, story? It can be either. Either's fine, but this Super Orion is going to cook when he is finished. Holy crap. Mordred was your first SSR? Okay, that explains it. Whenever people ask, like, how do you treat your first SSR, I'm not nearly as nice to my Jean as I probably should be, but you clearly have shown a massive amounts of love to your first SSR. Cool, this is a 6 Super Orion. Victor of the Moon works great on him for that Buster and that critical strength. 10, 10, 10. What else are we sitting at? Alright, no appends yet, but I understand. Can't always get to that immediately. NP1. That is one more Orion than I have. God, I wish I had an Orion. Man is so great. Then let's look at these. Mage of Flowers. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Super cool, especially on the Buster card. Really charges that up. Blades of Neaton. Critical strength. Even more critical strength from Karama. Brush of a Mad Painter for even more critical strength. And Improbable Phantasmal Horse for even more critical strength. God. This man's just gonna beat them to death with his bow, I swear. Vlad was Eric's first SSR and he uses him all the time. I mean, I used to use Jean all the time, but then I got Kintoki. And I just used Kintoki from that point forward because my team cost was low. That was the plan. Very good Buster Crit Super Orion. What else do we got? Aresh Kigal. Another thing I'm super duper jelly of. And I still can't believe she hits 18-6 at level 100. And this CE doesn't even have an HP boost. This doesn't even have an HP boost. So that's just nat. My God. Buster NP gain and starting NP charge. Great stats on a servant like Aresh Kigal. Starting in on those append skills, I see. NP3? Definitely leading into Super Orion strengths with those crits. Oh, yeah. You would have theme him on with Super Orion? Oh, it's a good theme. It's a really, really good theme. Miss Majin for that Stargather and critical strength. And then Inexperienced Fantasy to pull things to Aresh Kigal's Soul Arts card. Makes sense. Makes sense. Shake my head. Jean is a good tank, though. I love using her for stall teams. When I do a stall team, though, I just grab Qin Shi Huang. That's my stall character. My boy Achilles. One of my favorite characters in the Fate franchise, period. Hell yeah. Hit red, enemy dead. Achilles is dope. One summer, fantastic budget CE. Absolutely wonderful. They're starting to actually bring back a lot of the like free-to-play stuff and all that. Like they sort of recently had the reruns with like people able to now get Nobu and stuff like that, original Nobu. So I hope they do that. I hope they do a lot of that with a bunch of these CEs, especially One Summer. This thing is absurd. Though I think if I recall correctly, you can get that from the CCC event, can't you? This man's at least 666. Cool. NP4. Jeez. Remember, he gets his costume soon. You have a confession to make. You're not actually free to play, by the way. Well, what's important, Regent, is that you came clean. Because we did not suspect you in the least. Thought you just had the absolute greatest luck known to man. And we're going to do our standard look at a Castoria. Good God, it's a Castoria. Who would have thought? Are we running everyone's Da Vinci on this Castoria? We are. Excellent choice. This is probably the best command code in the game. For a Castoria, if you can put this on your Castoria, put this on your Castoria. Thank me later. Thank me much, much later. Whenever I pull a Castoria off of a friends list, I'm able to hit everyone's Da Vinci, Arts Noble Phantasm. Moon Cancer Kiara is pleased. 2K level 100, Yu Mei Ren. Of course, with that max limit broken kaleidoscope. 10, 10, 10. We've got max load magical energy, which really does nothing for her right now, considering the max limit broken kaleidoscope. Eternal Laments at 2, and I clicked on sort of the beginning of the end, even though I didn't need to, but it's solid. It's solid. Damn. What a Yume Ren. I've got to use mine more. I really do. Here she is. The first one. Oh, God. Yeah, Zhu Fu is going to adore that Yume Ren. Kneel for the Child of Prophecy, followed by Bison Ass. You got Castoria to 100 because she's meta. I got her because she's my wife. We are not the same. Actually, I gotta say, chat. Heroine Double X used to be my favorite Saberface. Now I think Morgan is my favorite Saberface. The first of many in progress Morgans. Mine's all right for having like just leveled her up. I've got her at level 90. I've got her at 555. So she's doing all right. I just got to get more gems. I know. I'm sorry, Danilo. I know a lot of people are going to be very upset seeing the Morgans that are on these lists. But we've got to power through. We've got to power through and give these Morgans their due. Oh, I didn't expect that to be our first Morgan we'd see on the stream. I didn't expect that at all, chat. I don't understand. My gosh. That's where all the Morgans went, chat. This is where every single Morgan went, right here. NP5. Yes, NP5. How much is the damage on that NP5? Yeah, Regent, if you've got like a damage number you can remember from hitting her NP5 and you want to just chuck that in the chat, that's, that'd be super, super cool. Yes, Arcoade, next time we do this, Percival should be a thing. Yeah, if you give us a number on how much that Noble Phantasm hits for Regent, I'm sure everyone in chat would appreciate it. And even though we're good for farming, we are double good for farming, because there's a Spishtar with a max limit broken kaleidoscope, and she's 10-10-10'd, and she's 1-1'd, and she's NP3, so not even nearly as good as the Morgan right now. Rocking a Mini Nobu and a Law of Creation. Nice, nice. So, hitting Morgan's main damage niche with Black Grail, you hit for over 1 million. And this is hitting for over 1 million, chat. I want you to realize this, hitting over 1 million. We don't have Koyana Mana Maya Chihuahua yet, and we don't have Oberon yet. 2 Koya and Oberon and 100 level Black Grail equals 10 million damage. I believe it. 10 out of 10 lists for real. Regent, you made the chat super duper pleased. Super duper pleased. This Mordred is a masterclass in dedication. Truly magnificent. I wish you luck on finishing up those Beast Paws, because I probably should have used that 60 million QP I got to fully Beast Paw one character, but I didn't. And then for this Morgan, I think for most of the chat, though, this was the standout thing. If you don't mind us asking, Regent, how many quartz was this? Yeah, only Castoria and Merlin buffs pulling your Morgan to 1 million damage. My God. Yeah, before we move on to the next one, if you don't mind me asking, Regent, how much quartz was this? You don't have to tell us. Just say no, and I absolutely won't press if you don't want to share. But if you want to share, just let us know how much we got to an NP5 Morgan. Arkwade, I fully believe you were going to pull an NP5 Percival. I will not be shocked if I see that on your friends list. Absolutely not. But yeah, this is great. Definitely incredible list. 1,400 Saint Quartz for NP5 Morgan Le Fay. That's not bad. That's not bad. What do Beast Paws do? They increase the damage of the cards by 500 when you max out the card. They just give an extra 500 face card damage when you sink all of the paws in. It's great because it gets through defense. So if an enemy has like a crazy cracked defense on like a specific fight, you can just go ahead and do that. All right, Eric, hit me one. Hit us with one from the D20 of Fate. Hit us with one from the D20 of Fate. While he's rolling the D20 of Fate, chat, look at my next project. Oh God, it's on the ground. Got this, boy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's beautiful. He's beautiful. I love him so much. I can't wait to build him. I can't wait to build him. Soon. Soon. So it looks like Cob? It's 994 463 657. Let me double check this. 994 463 657. Yep, this is it. Cob. One of those will be right. From Arknights? Is that an Arknights character? Their in-game name is Mikon no Mai. And yet I don't see a Tamamo on the list. Yep, from Arknights. Nice. Nice. Phone's a big Arknights fan. Alright. So, of course, let's start off with Space Ishtar. Love this costume. Was really going to run this if I had ever pulled her. If it did happen. It did happen, chat. I'm gonna be upfront with ya. We got low magical energy maxed out. Again, doing nothing off the max limit broken kaleidoscope, which I find incredible. Just start with 120% noble phantasm, it's fine. NP5 on top of that. Okay, so we're just coming out the gate with an NP5 Space Ishtar. Silly. Silly. This is just immediate flexing. All those K-scopes give me, that's what? 1, 2, 3 max limit broken K-scopes and 3 regular K-scopes. Seeing all these K-scopes makes me so sad, bro. Just got my first one after years. There is quite a weird balance between the K-scopes. So many K-scopes. Best Space Ishtar form? Good. Good. 100% agree. Yep. There's Musashi. I was going to make a data loss joke, but I forgot what I was going to say. We got max out K-Scope. We're 10-10-10 here. No pen skills. This is the same as Ku's got, actually. So I would recommend unlocking all of these too when you get the chance. She's NP2. And nothing on the command cards just yet. I understand. Not necessarily needing to sync all of the materials in there. I get it. Next up, we've got a regular Ishtar. She's got a regular K-Scope, which is fine, because it's the progenitor of the 50% NP charge. But it just says, apply random effects to yourself. Yeah, sure. Okay, Shining Majestic Crown. Yeah, that's what you do. Okay. Okay. NP1. Nice. Pretty solid Ishtar. What's the next event? I'm pretty sure it's Grand Nerofest. Yeah. Thank you, Twisted Sword. Grand Nerofest. Yep. So more Nerofests. The Mordreds will be putting in work. The Barghests will be putting in work. It'll be a super fun event. Rin Face Lover, yet the pinned servant is Lambda. She's level 100 and 2K'd. 1K scope is all that's needed. This skill is just so insane for me, chat. If you're uninitiated, if you're a newer player that just ended up joining and don't know how ridiculous this skill is on Lambda, this skill can overlap. So after the cooldown ends, there is going to be one turn of overlap. It will be nutty. Insane to me that that's allowed to exist. But it's fine. Works in her favor. And we're NP5'd on Blue Summer Palladian as well. This has to be your main farmer. This has to be. I can't imagine anything else except for, that Ishtar. But that has to be one of your main farmers. Surma Yi, super jelly. Super jelly. I miss any and all opportunities I failed to get a 3 Kingdom servant, even if they're a pseudo servant. Ooh, and Bond Tend as well. This is a silly Bond CE. It's really good. 15% arts card effectiveness. My God. She's 10-10-10, and you got Volume and Hydrogyrum on her. NP1. Okay. Pretty solid. You farm everything with that Lambda? Nice. I gotta say, level 100, NP5, pushed on top of that, that's gotta be your favorite. Plus, it works really well with this Castoria, which is definitely Castoria. I will mention this really quickly, since Castoria Bond C was mentioned as the best thing. I am so close to this. I'm at like Bond 9 3/4, not to make a Harry Potter reference. With my Castoria, and 10% attack, 10% NP gain is magnificent for farming with this character. And that's an NP5 Castoria as well, again, with everyone's Da Vinci on there. Perfect, beautiful, love it. Yakama, which Discord says is fine. Level 100 with a level 100 Black Grail. 10-10-10 on the Blessing of the Goddess. NP2 on the Samsara Kama. Nice, this is a very good Kama. I like the NP strength boost on the quick card. Works really well with that Black Grail. This should be on every Kama, period. Every Kama in the game needs to have that. Okay, nice little lawful boost. And a little bit of crit damage. What do I think of Persona 3 Reload? I mean, I think it looks neat. I'll play it. What do I think of all the English VAs being replaced? I mean, it's gonna happen. They're not adverse to doing that in the past. Wow, 97k scope. All right. What's that bring her to? 13k attack. Really? I thought that would be more. Though I guess Berserker definitely helps with that. Oh, there we go. How? Wait, hang on, chat. How do we see 2 NP5 Morgans back to back? I guess her popularity was not understated. My God. Let's check what codes are sitting on her, since we didn't see codes on the last Morgan. Okay, an attack buff removal and some increased critical strength. Works good for her. More increased critical strength, and that Buster card ignores defense. Nice. More critical strength. NP gauge boost to help with the refund. And some critical stars. Nice. Good picks. NP5 again. Chat's just like, I don't believe it, man. I don't believe it. Good lord. Y'all are insane with some of these pulls. I just assume you had amazing luck. We got Himiko next. With a K-scope, of course, to immediately grant that buff. She is 10-10-10. Nice. Excellent support. And NP2 on top of that. That's going to be a big Buster effectiveness boost. Nice. Good Himiko. Good Himiko. Overall, I gotta say, this is solid. The Melt's impressive. I can't believe we already saw another NP5 Morgan, yet here we are. This is how it goes. We've actually seen an NP5 Morgan and an NP5 Spacious Char back-to-back, I think. No, the last Spacious Char was NP3. Yeah, the last one was NP3. Good God. Good God. That's pretty impressive, gotta say. Nice. Good. Good list. 994-463-657 will get you to be friends with Mekon no Mai. Just like that. Alright, Eric, hit me with another one. Yeah, I can't believe every single person we've seen on this is free to play. Who would have thought? Who would have guessed? FGO is such a free-to-play friendly game. I mean, honestly, compared to some things, it really is. I don't know if y'all ever saw my stint for War of the Visions, but War of the Visions is essentially, unless you can pull like 7 copies of a character to max them out, they're essentially useless. Alright, so we'll hit, since those both came in at the same time, we'll hit Pandora next, since Eric posted that. And then Eric, add Nons Chris to the queue next, because Nons Chris will request advice and super chatted, so we'll help with that. But we'll do Pandora first, since I watched both of those messages come in at the same time. 328-393-317. It helps if I can type. FGO is actually one of the more free-to-play in the gacha games, second only to Arknights, right? You did, Nons. You did. Don't you worry. It just came in at the same time as Eric picking Pandora from the roulette. So we're going to hit Pandora first, and then we'll circle back to you. So here's Pandora. Already hitting us with an NP5 melt. Oh my god! FGO is the only gacha I play. I play this. I'm sure you've seen from some of the videos I'm putting out. I've been playing a ton of Star Rail. Freaking love Star Rail. And then I've been playing Nikke off and on. I'm actually kind of falling out of it. The big grind on that's kind of starting to get to me. Star Rail and FGO just, I feel, have been having a more enjoyable grinding cycle. But let's look at this melt, shall we? Let's look at this melt. With a maxed out traces. Chat's immediately like, let's go, give me that melt. That scene from the Seraph manga where like she's just using like Ritsuka's lap as a pillow. Like, I never get tired of seeing that panel. It's so wholesome. It's so wholesome. I enjoy it every single time it crosses my Twitter feed. And she's NP5'd. Are we maxed? Oh, okay, we're almost max Beast Pod. We are almost max Beast Pod. She's sitting at the top, but Buster cards are just at the weed number. They're at the weed number. I know, right? Today is the most free-to-play friendly day we've seen. Bokathos, what's going on? This is great. This is great. And you just gave her Divine Slayer stuff just because. Can you rob him now to max your wife on an A2? I don't think that's how cybercrime works. I think actually in specific instances your FGO account might be more secure than some bank accounts. And I hate how correct that is. But it's probably correct. Sag. Alright, we got a Grailed... Ooh, a Grailed Artoria Altar, I see. With an Ancient Craft Essence. Wow, an Ancient Craft Essence. Halloween Princess. I'm sure some people that haven't even seen this art sitting in the chat. But yeah, this exists. This exists. That's Irie. This Craft Essence didn't stir up as much talk as Dangerous Beast when it came out, but it created some discussion. It's also just a pretty good NP Strength Craft Essence. Looks like we got a Diablo fan in the chat. I know, I've been thinking about Diablo just because I enjoy games. I enjoy games where I can be a necromancer, and I have not, like, found many good games where I can play as a necromancer. It's very sad. It's very sad. I love necromancers. They're so cool. Max down low magical energy with an NP2. Look, chat's just like, wow, this is stirring some memories. This is an old school FGO. This is old school FGO stuff. Wow. There it is. All right, there's our Balbon. Oh, God, I love that art so much. What skin you using? First, okay. We got a second maxed traces on this Balbon. And she's 10-10-10 to boot. Wow. D4 super solid, just beat the game a couple days ago. Better than D3, solid chance of being better than D2. D3 was not a high bar to clear, I'll say. But D2 is a high bar to clear, so wow. Wow, NP2 on this one. Wow. 2K Foe Seath already. Yeah, this was saved. This was calculated right here. I mean, Rosma, if anyone was going to recognize, a Diablo reference, it was Eric. That man talks to people from Blizzard on the reg. Oh, here we go. Look, I will say the bow is impressive. The immediate 2K bow is very impressive. But you just brought us around to the lead-in with another 120'd melt. Seath eats 60 bells per skill. Someone farmed. Very, very good thing to point out, Dis. Yes, that's 60 bells per skill. That is insanity. And I'm sure just like we talked about earlier, this is who you farm with, right? This has to be. There's no way this isn't. This is a level 120 Lambda. There's no way you do not farm routinely with this character. And she's got the sunglasses. Yes. Best skin for her. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm taking a sec to be like, are there going to be any other 120s that are gonna frighten me right here? Better than Melusine 72 bells per skill. Let's not speak of this. Let's not speak of this. Don't frighten the Melusine players yet before they even summon her. Alright, Ushiwaka. I love this skin on Ushiwaka. I adore this skin on Ushiwaka. truly magnificent. This had to be one of the favorite things I saw come out of Grail Live. I actually think this is better than her OG costume. Holy Night Supper's a really, really great CE in general. I've actually been recommending it. I've actually been recommending this fairly regularly for characters. This is one of those budget things that just continues to live on in infamy because of how ridiculous it is. This man has 120'd my wife twice. Absolutely maxed out here as well on all of the skills and on all of the append skills. My gosh, this is a free-to-play Tyra. Oh my god, it is. This is the free-to-play Tyra. God, that's right. Give Ushiwaka the type Lumina skin. I'd use that too. Oh, it's an Artoria. Moving on. Yes, my boy. My boy. I gotta find his Nendo. I still haven't put that out ever since we moved in here. It's been years. The man needs out of his box. Love this guy. This guy actually cleared so many things for me on Grailfront. Dude was one of my Grailfront MVPs. Honestly, him, Herc, and Asagami Fujino completely cleared. Completely cleared on that Grail front. Why did I temporarily forget the name? Sounds like the title of an NTR Douchin. Oh god. There's a 100 golden sumo on this man too, so that's what's cresting him to almost 10k attack. Technically 10k attack because they don't show that calculation actually on the card right here. It gets applied when he goes into battle. And he's NP5'd on top of that. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Da Vinci. Crit strength on the arts. Gather on the arts. Yo, nice. Reduce the defense against the arts attacks and then follow up with it. So if you like AQ'd A or QAA'd with that, interesting. Interesting decision with the Ukiyo-puss there. And standard Crest of Humanity to boot. Alright, let's see. Another Morgan. We already had a prediction in chat that this was the next NP5 Morgan we were going to see. This was already a 2K Morgan on top of that. So let's go down and let's see. Ah, so close. So close. I knew you couldn't keep getting away with this, chat. I knew you couldn't. NP4 Morgan, still really good. But sorry, the NP5 prediction was entirely off. Aerial Drive also, to prep you for Buster farming, this is the thing for Buster farming. That right there. If you have an Aerial Drive, you're super ready for Buster farming. Super strong, super powerful. Heracles, Santa Carna, Asclepius, and Van Gogh are your MVPs of Grail fronts. Ooh, yes, Asclepius. Very good choice. Only NP4, shake my head, free to play, by the way. Yes, this is the true free to play account, the one without the NP5 Morgan. Now we're on to a level 100 Jean. My first level 100, actually. Very good level 100. Very good choice for level 100. With a level 100 did Holy Night Supper. Nice. 10, 10, 10. Alrighty. NP1, that's fine. Most of her damage is with her face cards anyways. God, she needs an animation update. We all get Aerial Drive this year, though. If you farm with Oberon, we'll get a better CE next year with Super Bunyan. Yes, but we want the good thing now. Your brain thought Morgan's name was Morgana for a while. She is not a cat. Just look at... When, chat? I gotta ask. When is this thing getting updated? Are we just going to ignore this? Yeah, I know I get hung up on this like every single time I end up seeing her show up, but like that needs updated. Also, Coup Alter needs updated. Can we get some animation updates for those characters? Thank you. Thank you. Overall, overall, yeah, yikes, that's right. See, I told you. I told you. Overall, I gotta say, made some heads turn. Made some absolute heads turn with both of the 120 melts. Can't believe you already 2K'd Baobon and Morgan on top of that, and I always give props for a leveled up Okada Iso. Best Gouda Gouda character, in my opinion. Morgan Le Fay is actually known as Morgana Le Fay in some translations, so that's not inaccurate. Ooh, fancy. So if you wish to be friends with Pandora, 328-393-317 is what will get you there. Perfect. All right, what's we got Nons Chris up next. What is Nons's code, Eric? Unless I scroll through the chat and find it first, because I'm pretty sure I saw Nons post it. Up. I found it. I found it with my brain. My massive, gigantic brain, because I knew Eric was typing Knights of the Round Table facts in the chat. So that's why I just went to look for this particular one with my huge, massive, wrinkly brain. Boom. All right. And I think Chris said something about look at something. Look at something. I'll keep this up here and continue stalling while I look for it so people can go ahead and, you know, add as a friend. When you do mine, do the first one. It should start with Hokusai, which is that one. I really need help with the command codes. Perfect. Let's help with the command codes, chat. Let's do it. Let's help with the command codes and send a friend request on top of that. 609 503. All right, let's go. Look at this graph. All right. Hokusai is our base. If she ever loads, there she is. All right, cool. Let's see what we can do for OA here. All right. There's our Calite Sapphire. We're at 311. Definitely want to get that Anti-Berserker at some point because Foreigner. Let's take a look at codes here. Okay. So, Hokusai codes. She is super focused on arts. So let's do everything we can to further push our arts to the next level. So I would definitely recommend some sort of Stargather on the arts cards, because the Stargather actually can further push her to gain some Noble Phantasm when she crits with the follow-up attacks. Super duper impressive how Stargather is able to turn into a sort of pseudo, not always reliable NP gain command code. For the quick card, super duper simple. Just get some star drop, so then you can go ahead and use those stars to go ahead and pull stars over to those arts card. You can also, as Dis has said in the chat, because I give credit where credit is due, use Hokusai's brush if you want to go into crit damage instead and feel like that your support is strong enough to keep pushing her. She does get Star Absorb later next year, so that is something to consider. But you can always move, you can always sort of move on and off as the situation demands. I just typically recommend the Stargather rate focused on the arts cards first and foremost. Even though she gets it off of pseudonym Isadako, it can just be further helpful for making sure those cards, those stars, get even more weight to go where they need to go. That's part of the reason why I recommend it. Once you end up getting enough support where you can reliably charge up her Noble Phantasm with double Castoria or whatever, you can move off of that and focus more into crit damage with things like Hokusai's brush. Anything that gives critical damage on those arts cards. You almost caught me there, chat, but I actually did have a method to my madness. It was all support dependent. When it comes to busters, we can completely and utterly focus these on utility. You can just use Code Cure, as an absolutely super simple way to help pull some debuffs off of her. If you really like her, give her something like White Vessel. That also works as well. Alright, next up, this is actually a pretty interesting list to recommend command codes for. Okay, next up we have Altera, the original stat stick of FGO. She cleared so many things for me just on virtue of her stats being ludicrous at the time that she came out. Let's see what we can go ahead and do for her. Alright, so when it comes to Altera, we want some solid damage off of those Buster card. Because, I mean, if you look over here, doesn't necessarily have any sort of regular Buster effectiveness up. Weird, right? That Altera doesn't have that? But we can actually still work really well with her Buster cards because her attack is able to get pushed up so insane. So you can go with things like critical damage on the Buster cards, or you can go with things that can end up working around some sort of enemy weaknesses. The blade that gives an additional 1000 damage can work if you don't want to do crit. I still highly recommend crit. But the blade that does an extra 1000 damage, as well as the ignore invincibility thin crafted blade, can work as well. But if I had to pick for something that was entirely prime, we want Buster crit on those cards right there. So Holy Child of Karama, anything like that. When it comes to the arts cards, when we're starting to build a character with focus on dealing critical damage with those face cards, I tend to advertise that people should push away from trying to put Stargather on the arts cards. Yes, it can help with NP refund, but we're getting Koyana Mana Chihuahua, we are getting Oberon, we have Merlin, and we mainly want to deal damage with those face cards rather than use the arts cards. So on the arts cards, we can go more of a utility route. You can go ahead and end up giving her something like the Code Cure we already mentioned, or you can end up giving her anything that generates a set amount of critical stars already. Like the Arjuna code that grants 3 stars, the Santa Artoria Altar code that grants 4 stars, any of the weird 3-star codes that grant a single critical star, those can be super duper helpful. On the Quick, you can either do the standard star generation, or since Quick has natural star generation, I tend to go for percent-based ones. So I'm pretty sure Code Glitter is the name of the freebie one that ends up just granting like 20% star gen on that Quick card. You can also go with the Chaldea one if you end up, you know, having that premium option. This is good. I haven't had to give out like deep focused command code advice for specific characters in a while. Love this craft essence. Sea Emptiness is so good for challenge quests. I don't actually have one though. All right, let's see what we can do for Ishtar codes. Ishtar is actually very similar advice to Altera, probably even more so considering she is an archer and already has high star weight. So crit on the Buster cards, more of a utility on the arts cards that can either be specific stars or something like a Code Cure or a White Vessel's Command Seal, and star drop on the Quick cards. See, now that we've got through like the initial explanation, we're going to start flowing into here, and I'm sure you're going to see Nons and other people in the chat as we go through here. Once you've pinned down the type of identity that the character has, you can sort of discern a pattern when it comes to placing command codes on that character to try to optimize them. Romulus Quirinus with his Holy King of Twilight. Oh, what's this? The man has a critical strength boost. The man can gain critical stars. The man can increase his critical star gather rate and apply roam during critical attacks. So Again, the same thing we just mentioned. Super duper weird. Critical damage on the Buster cards, some sort of cleanse or star generation on the arts cards, and star generation on the quick card on top of that. So you can hit with those ridiculous Unga Bungas. You don't mind Crit Star Gather on Ishtar's Buster cards. Crit Star Gather can be really, really good if you want to make sure those cards flow to that specific place. I tend to actually, now that I think about it, and now that you have brought that up, GLJ, I would recommend that more for characters like Romulus Quirinus, for example, because the Roma, big Roma in the chat, because the Lancers don't have that naturally high star weight to them, being able to focus what few stars they will end up getting onto those specific cards can be super duper helpful. When it comes to archers and riders, though, they just have such a crazy star weight that odds are you're going to be fine when it comes to that star gather. So when it comes to issuing command codes for your roster as a whole, I tend to want to focus on pushing them towards the characters they would benefit most, just because command code supply is very, very limited. Like this rider, Ivan the Terrible, still one of the top tier designs in the game. My God, can I please get something better? Can I please get something better than Ivan? Which is an insane thing to ask, because I already think about how top tier this design is. I just want more monstrous characters in FGO. I want more Ivans. I want more Zhang Yus. Can I get more of those, please? Binary Star Songstresses, excellent. Waiting room for the Roma command codes in 2 years, right? I didn't even want to like mention them. There's no need to mention them right now. That's 2 years out. We can wait. All right, I hate to sound like a broken record, but I'm gonna say all of the exact same things I said for the last two characters, and I think we can just go ahead and leave it at that. Y'all don't want me just repeating myself like a broken record, do we, chat? Merlin. Now I'm gonna tell you what I did for my Merlin. And it is the absolute most huge, massive brained command code setup I have placed on any character in this game. And I just put the heal 100 HP command code on all of his face cards. That's all I did. The reason I did that is because Merlin doesn't super benefit from something like everyone's Da Vinci Chan, like Castoria does. And when it comes to Merlin's overall role, I just want the man to be alive. I want the man to be alive. I want the man to grant his buff. I want the man to be able to eventually use his Noble Phantasm to heal everyone per turn. So my entire focus on his face cards was like, cool, he recovers 100 HP for a face card, neat. I'll just do what I can to try to keep this man alive for as long as possible, because that's really all I want from him. I just want you to cast your Noble Phantasm repeatedly and use your Buster buff on occasion and keep my team from dying. So that was the easiest way for me to do it, and the cheapest way for me to do it. Shootin' Doji. You love more crit stars on support Merlin plus 2030. You can do additional crit stars if you're running him primarily with a Buster Crit Servant. That was just what I found was the cheapest thing I could possibly do for Merlin. Alright, Shootin's got a 1 wishes for salvation. Nice, love it. Love it. Wait, this is maxed? Woof. That's 4 times. And what's her overcharge rate again? Oh, that's poison and corroding poison. This is a maximum poison Shootin' Doji. Okay, with the way you've got this Shootin' built. So I'm gonna recommend... Is there... I don't know why I'm blanking on this. There's a poison command code, right? I forget the name of it. I really forget the name of it. Curse, 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 burn, curse, burn. Okay, so Tragic Drake, which is The one with Tarask on it. I knew it was one of those. And Great Witch's Wheat Porridge. And Command Seal of Faintly Corrupted Delusions. All right, those three with the poisons, I just mentioned right there, chuck those on the Arts, and Buster, and you'll be good. You'll be good. The Corroding Poison buff that she got is going to make those pop and super duper help you in long form fights with Shootin' Doji. So if you're looking for somewhere to throw your poison codes and aren't quite sure where they can go, well, Shootin' Doji is an excellent option. Yeah, we have a 3-star, which is Command Seal of Faintly Corrupted Delusions, and another 3-star, which is the Tarask one. The 4-star is Great Witch's Wheat Porridge, which recovers the enemy's HP, but it also inflicts poison that immediately takes that off. So I put those on her Arts and Buster cards. When it comes to her quick cards, she's got Natural Assassin Star Gen. So, Star Generation. There we go. You have yourself a Shootin' Doji that's going to not only crit, but deeply poison your enemy until they are just completely and utterly unalived. Ooh. This is weird to me. Okay, the thing that's sticking out to me the most about this, chat, is that this is a Bond 10 Heracles, but he is level 77. I'm not trying to single you out or anything like this nonsense. It's just so weird to me that he's level 77 in Bond 10. Just really stuck out in my mind. Really did. Let's take a gander here at what we can do for this man. All right, so when it comes to Herc, there's really not much we can do for this man in terms of critical damage. He's a Berserker. The reason characters like Raiko have like a 5,000% crit star gather modifier is because their star gather naturally is in the single digits. So there's not really much we can do there. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. Thank you, Raging Zero. So with Herc, we tend to want to go a more Healy route or a more debuffed route. So we can give Herc command codes, and you can honestly set these up on any of his cards. Just smatter about what really works for you. Things like Code Cure, which can be great for some sort of basic debuff removal. If you're looking to go ultra budget with Heracles, you can just completely cover him in Code Cure and he'll be fine. It'll just help him stay alive. That's his entire purpose. Or you can end up going for more premium options. Why did I even close the command code list? Because I was just about to read some of those to you and I ended up closing that. So stuff that grants debuff removal that can be super duper healthy for this man. What do we got that's actually out here? Lover's Holy Shroud can be great. That removes a defense debuff and recovers his HP. Can help if he gets debuffed during his dodge so he doesn't die. I actually went and put Lover's Holy Shroud on my Barguest because it was iconic and thematic and she's great and I love her. You can give her something, you can give Heracles something like Mini Ushiwaka. Mini Ushiwaka can be great. Removes one offensive debuff, which offensive debuffs, sad. Yes, do we have attack down removal? Yes, we do. Mini Ushiwaka. Removes one offensive debuff, that's attack down removal, that's buster down removal, things Heracles doesn't want to have, and it also grants one teeny tiny critical star. And if I'm correct, other than White Vessel, that's the only one that removes attack down in the whole game. Oh my god, it is. That's the only one that specifically removes attack down from the game is Mini Ushiwaka. So that's technically like a 5-star command code in my opinion. I don't know why that was only 3. That's really, really good. So yeah, Code Cure, White Vessel, Mini Ushiwaka can be super duper helpful. Just anything that removes debuff from Heracles can be very, very good. You can also grant him debuff immunity if you want. Things like Tamamo's Mirror, Hachio no Kogami, or there's one called Eternity Mirror, which I don't think is out yet, if I recall correctly. But that grants immunity to Skill Seal, NP Seal, and Card Seal. I'm actually 98% sure that's not out yet. But Eternity Mirror can be excellent on Heracles or any character that ends up having any sort of face card focus damage, like Jalter, for example. Oh, and finally, Van Gogh. This is, I can't believe you saved the easiest one for last for me. This is incredible, Chris. This is incredible. This is incredible. So when it comes to Van Gogh, you know how the curse works, right? How Van Gogh just eats all of the curses. Just eats all of the curses. Every single one. So we're going to want to give all of the curses. Every single possible curse you can give. So what do we got that gives curses? Well, not a super lot right now. I mean, we've got Legendary Beast of the Grove. That ends up inflicting curse for 3 turns. That's like a 3-star code that's available. It's got a little black doggo on it. We've also got, I don't think we even have Beguiling Amulet yet. That also grants curse. And we're getting some upcoming ones. Knight of the Abyssal Sanctuary featuring, oh God, the Templar Knight. What is the Templar Knight's name? Why do I not remember her name? Jacques de Molay. Jacques de Molay. Okay, yeah, so there's a 5-star featuring Jacques de Molay, which grants curse and critical stars. And then there's also another one that grants ignore defense and inflicts curse called Drowsy Bomb. Yes, crit is also super, super good on Van Gogh. So if you don't want to go the curse route, you can definitely go in for critical damage. If you're going in on critical damage, put it on the quick cards. Definitely put it on the quick cards. You can sort of do a hybrid of putting critical damage on the quick cards and then adding some sort of curse on the Arts and Buster card to provide some additional curse support. That can also be super duper helpful. So look for critical damage on the quick cards. Look for curse on the Arts and Buster cards. There's tons of things out there that grant you curse options. So yeah, look into that for your Van Gogh. And I see you've got an Ashiyodomin in there. I will say, as an additional bonus, curse stuff works great on Ashiyodomin too. Who would have thunk? I hope that was able to help you out, Nons. Really, you've got a nice, solid list that we got going here, and I wish you luck in continuing to develop your server roster. You've got some really good characters, so I think you'll be able to survive through Lost Belt 6, and more importantly, Lost Belt 7, oh god, just fine. Just fine. If you want to be friends with Nons, 3-666-09503 will get you there. And I believe I did send you a friend request, Nons. You might have to reload the game. I sent another one just in case. Alright. Next up, Bakeneko. Eric already rolled the dice of fate. And we got Bakeneko. 987, 965, 969. A lot of 9s. 987, 965, 969. We're kicking off with another Van Gogh right out the gate. Very, very interesting. And also, I do want to mention a couple of things, chat, before we get into this one. One, all the VODs, like all my save stuff, I do automatically save these videos to my channel. So if you've missed something or you want to show someone else something, all these streams are archived, both on the FGO playlist and on the Miss a Stream playlist. So if you ever miss anything, if you ever had to like leave and want to see how it ends, you can always find it there. Also, we were, at least for a second, over 60 viewers. I know people have to drop off. It is a weekday after all. But thank you. Thank you all so much for swinging by. I appreciate it. I hope people will also swing by to either the Final Fantasy stream tomorrow or any of the Star Rail streams I do in the future on top of that. Because, God, I love Star Rail. I can't mention that enough. It's up there with FGO. It really is. But this is an FGO stream, and we need to talk about Van Gogh again. So let's take a look at another Van Gogh. Go, my lord. I see what you did there. Yeah, it's a 2K Van Gogh with a max magical girl of Sapphire. That's pretty good. I gotta say, that's pretty good for a Van Gogh. Oh, and we're 10-10'd on the append skills, too. Nice, nice. Ooh, we're almost maxed on the Beast Paws, too. So many almost maxed on the Beast Paws. All right, Buster Critical Strength. Cool. NP gauge up so we can use that Noble Phantasm. Fantastic. HP recovery. That was one thing I forgot to mention on Van Gogh. HP recovery can also work really well if you don't have powerful support for healing Van Gogh, because the curse does deal damage. The curse isn't just like there. It does the same thing to Van Gogh it does to everyone else. So if you curse Van Gogh too much, she will straight up not have a good time. Hero of the Endowed, excellent. Some stars generated as well as some healing, and even more stars from Holy Knight's Aurora. This works too. Not necessarily leaning into critical strength, and really feels like, okay, I make enough curse from what I'm using right now so I can focus a little more on support. Alright, let's take a look at a Muramasa, level 90 Muramasa, with Atrefus for the NP gain and NP strength, and a couple of critical stars, so maybe he can deal some critical damage. 10-10-10, still way better than mine. Low magical energy, good, good, good. Alright, ooh, we're really leaning into that passive Muramasa crit, aren't we? Star Gather rate on the Buster card and recover everyone's HP, so a solid bit of support. Even more Star Gather. Even more Star Gather. Even more Star Gather. And even more Star Gather. Even more Star Gather. Look at that. What an absolutely insane Muramasa. God damn. Really, really going deep into Connoisseur of Blades, aren't you? And I can't blame you, is, you know, 1,000 times folded blessed Nihon steel. Well, here's something we haven't seen in a very long time. Wow. Can anyone in the chat even recall the last time they saw a Nikola Tesla? Can anyone in the chat recall the last time they've seen a Nikola Tesla? Because it's been a minute for me. Even though this man's quite good, there's just more popular characters that are also archers. Sumo Boulder for an attack increase and starting NP gauge. Look at that Tesla coil. Look at that inherent wisdom. Look at that Pioneer of the Stars. This man is ready to go. There you go. There's chat starting to say it, like, a Tesla. Who would have thunk? All right, System Kiranos at level 1. Let's take a look at these codes. Ooh, are we going full Divine Slayer? Who is this guy? I have no idea who this is. Who even is this man? This is the Saber Slayer. He's one of your fave characters, getting NP2 from the free ticket. Ooh, nice. Nice. That reminds me. What am I getting for my 5-star? What am I getting from my 5-star? But while we're figuring that out, let's take a look at what we got here. The Forgotten Archer, not Ishtar and Gil, so most people don't care. That is truly the Forgotten Archer. We got some debuff removal, and we've got pure divine slaying on the arts and the quick. Wow. Wow, who would have thunk we'd see a Tesla in 2023? He hasn't even exploded yet. And NP1 on top of that. Yeah, man's bringing... He already said, Bake Neko already said, getting NP2 from the free ticket. My god. What a great Tesla. Let's take a look at another Romulus Quirinus next. Walk in the Park. Nice. Good Stargather CE. I was using Conversation on the Hot Sands on my Lancers for a while, actually. But I honestly would have used that if it was available. It's very, very good. Let me see, where's this list? Where's the 5-star ticket? Okay, special summon as of okay. I'm on the fence. I really am. I think this is weird. I don't know. I don't know who I'm gonna pick with this ticket. I don't. Do I pick a Maeve? I'm leaning towards a Maeve, a Tamamo no Mai, another Napoleon, or another Li Shuwen, or another Scheherazade, or another Zhang Yu. God, that's all I got. That's all I got. I have nothing for you, chat. It's going to be a split-second decision, and I might regret it. I don't know. I don't actually know what I'm going to pick. Anyways, Walk in the Park, super good on this man. Yeah, you say pick a story locked? Let's see what we got here. Full Roma crit. Full Roma crit, baby. Blades, which I also put those on my Barguest. I'm just saying. Nice attack up buff. Remove 1 defense buff. Critical strength boost on the arts cards. I might get Maeve. I might get Maeve. If I'm leaning towards anyone the most, it's Maeve. Because I already got Tamamo and Ganesha. Nice. Nice critical damage Roma. So I'd have to say, if I had to pick a top 3, it's gonna be either, I'm gonna double down on this. It's either going to be Maeve, Scheherazade, or Li Shuwen Assassin. Those are my picks. Those are my picks. Anyways, Ivan the Terrible. Let's get back to checking out this account. This man is 10-10-10. Ooh, that's quite the investment in Ivan's pen skills. He's NP2, and let's see what we got to work with here. Alright, none to murder the lawful enemies. Miss Majin for some Star Gather rate and critical strength, okay. White Vessel to clear the debuffs. Royal Bunny, because why not? Royal Bunny, and then Code Glitter for some solid drop rate. Nice, nice. See what we got here. It's an Artoria caster. Who would have thought? Second Ivan already, right? Right? We've seen a second Ivan. We've seen several NP5 Morgans. It's a strange night for support review. Jack the Ripper. Guys, we gotta do the Jack check. We gotta do the Jack check. Are you ready? Will they pass the Jack the Ripper check? You pass. You pass the Jack the Ripper check. Good job. Brilliant. Magnificent. Thank you for passing the Jack the Ripper check. Traces of Christmas. Again, like, we're gonna see this CE a lot because god damn is it brilliant. 6/6. My Jack is also NP3. Nice. Nice. People even knew. They're like, oh, that's right. We've got to do the Jack check. Alright, Stonebear for critical strength. Titan's Pit for the NP gain on the arts card. And for our quick cards, okay, damage cut. I see. I understand. This I don't know about. Just because Jack doesn't give charm. Jack gives special attack female, but Jack doesn't give charm. So that one I might recommend removing. Such a shame the arcade collab came and went, no costumes, because hers would have been great. Right. Right. That's the one with, like, what? It's got, like, the weird, like, belts and stuff like that. Let me check. Let me check. FGO. Arcade Jack costume. Beep. Oh, that's like the suit. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, the suit's great. She's got like a little tie. She's got like a little tie. I can't show you it because the sources I found it are on Reddit, and well, Reddit is closed today. But nice. Nice. Yeah, I wish she got the little suit and tie. Arjuna Altar. The man, the myth, the god, the legend. NP2, God. What a unit. And we're inflicting all of this burn. All of this burn, all of this curse, so we can get some bonuses off of the Noble Phantasm. Delightful. Delightful. You are just going to murder the heck out of people with these face cards. Apply special attack debuff unless unremovable for yourself. Yep. Clearing. Nice. BB. BB. Is waiver still worth the ticket if I have Castoria? If not, you're thinking about Shidanai so you can have an alter ego for Space God Spider reasons. I would recommend the alter ego if you don't have an alter ego at all. It's always an excellent idea to clean up anything that you're missing in your classes. Kama and Pavarti can use that code. Yeah, Kama and Pavarti are the main people who want to use that Spear of Love, Action, and Wisdom. But yeah, to answer your question, Sketch, definitely go for a class you don't have. Try to have one of every single class in the game if you can. You'll be happy that you did. BB with a 2030. This is a support BB. It's been a minute since I've seen one of these, but God, that stacks so well with Faceless Moon. Yep, Shidanai is on that 5-star ticket. Yep, 100% she is. So if you're missing an alter ego, that might be the get. That might be the get for a lot of people. The Mecha Ellies are coming back this year, though. I mean, I don't have the Mecha Ellies and don't really have an intention to get them because I don't really like the Mecha Ellies. Difficult thing to say, hot take. I know, but it is what it is. Ooh, I've got some of these codes on my BB. Just haven't sent Karama Child, nice. Tengu Fan. Tengu Fan's just unreasonably good for a 4-star. I can't believe that's a 4-star just because they only gave that 10%. Okay, they gave it the attack buff removal, but still, Tengu's Fan is really, really good. Vajra's critical strength and a defense ignore state. I would maybe move this to a buster card. Just because those are mainly the cards you're going to want to hit with. And then nice, a little bit of HP recovery from the Big Ox. Overall, this is a good list. This is a good list. You passed the Jack test, which is always very, very important. Your Arjuna Altar is impressive in the terms of skills and being NP2. I'm always a huge fan of BB. You've graced us with another 10-10-10 Van Gogh, and you surprised the chat by having a Nikola Tesla on your support list. Who would have thunk we would have seen a Nikola Tesla? If you want to be friends, 987-965-969 is what will get you access to this support list. All right, Eric, I think we have time for a couple more. I think that's where we're gonna have to hard cap. All right, so it looks like next up is Rosma. 142783-092. All right, Rosma. So let's take a Gandarino. King Protea out the gate. King Protea out the gate, I see. Okay. I want to see who the saber is yet. We'll worry about that not loading in a second. Wow. Speaking of alter egos, chat, look at this one. Level 100, 2k Fode, literally growing moss on her. I don't know, there's just... Is it just that this sprite's so big? Is it just that this sprite's so big that makes me go like... I don't know, it feels off sometimes. It really does. Which we will get a King Protea costume eventually. Not to spoil it, but it's a pretty good King Protea costume. Black Grail, super, super good. And yes, because of the infinite growth, she is very much not worried about losing that HP every single turn. She is NP2. My cat is attempting to enter the room. Just gonna have to deal with it, and no codes. But level 100 King Protea right off the bat is super duper neato burrito. Yes! Oh, what? Are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing right now? How many turns before the Black Grail would have killed Protea? Oh my god. Forever. Ugh. Holy shit. 120 Barguest. Seeing that 20k HP chat, my god. 120 Barguest. Yeah, second Ascension looking clean. I might have to change mine over to that one too. Holy shit. Wow. With the aerial drive, of course. Chat, I bet she's NP5 too. Let's see. Let's see. 8, 10, 10. Nice. This damage cut is just absurd. It's so ridiculous. Even you got her NP5 and she wasn't trying to specifically. I've only got NP2. Shadow Barguest Money Gang. We love soloing. I adore that meme. We love casting spells to help our Barguest. That, oh my god, absolutely nigh unkillable. Everyone's just like, what is this person's friend code? What is this person's friend code? Rosma's friend code is 142783092. I will repost this because damn. Damn, Shadow Barguest Money Gang. That'll get you into the Shadow Barguest Money Gang. Holy shit. Incredible. Incredible. This is undoubtedly my favorite thing I have seen tonight. Is Shadow Barguest Money Gang. Hero of the Endowed, granting stars and healing. Mage of Flowers, increasing the NP gauge, working in tandem with her skill. Holy Shroud of Levels, impressive, very based. I put this exact same thing on my Barguest. Incredible. Is this foe to heal? Oh, look at that. It's foe to heal. And look, it's Leviathan, also to heal. My god, what a great Barguest. What a magnificent Barguest. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I've looked at this for 12 hours now. Magnificent. Magnificent. Incredible. Delightful. We've got a whole other support list to look through though, so we can't just stare at the Barguest the whole time. Let's look at Ishtar. Ishtar. Holy Night Supper making another excellent appearance. This Ishtar's 10-10-10. NP1. Just your bog standard Ishtar. She'll do the Ishtar things. She'll absolutely do the Ishtar things. Ereshkigal over here. I still can't believe she gets 17k HP. Ooh, Fondant au Chocolat. Haven't seen this one in a moment, but wow, is this a super duper neato Divine Slaying CE? This I understand. This I understand. This is a lot of investment. And she's NP1. Okay, okay. Speaking of looking, you just noticed the Luffy poster. You have the same one in your place. Oh yeah, that's... I've honestly had that wall scroll. I think it's going on 10 years now. Let me see the copyright on this thing. When was it made? Okay, yeah, I bought that in 2012. I bought that in 2012. And it has lived through several dorms and apartments. And I don't think it's ever going anywhere. Yeah, I've had that thing since 2012. Also, ignore my dad's shorts. It gets very warm in my room. Very, very warm in my office. Ozymandio. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. This did not need to exist. Can we agree on this, chat? This did not need to exist. Absolutely insane. A decade now. All Barguests are equal. Some are more equal than others. Any plans of streaming my playthrough of Lost Belt 6? Nope. Nope, I'm just gonna take it all in. Just take it all in. I'm not, as I've said in the past, I don't tend to stream things that I myself personally would not watch, and the story playthroughs generally fall into that. I'll do like event playthroughs because they're sort of more self-contained, but when it comes to big story stuff, that's just something I want to experience like for myself. So like if I personally wouldn't be super interested in watching something like that, I'm not going to stream it. That's just kind of the way I operate. It's your boy Mr. Sun, single target buster, crazy man, Ozymandias. This NP2, like, oh my god. And throwing an origin bullet on this guy, just destroy bosses. Just absolutely insane amounts of damage to eat that boss. Sandwich them between two pyramids rather than Barguest's thighs. I'm sorry, what? What? Anyways, here's a Merlin. Here's a 10-10-10 MP2 Merlin. That's fairly impressive. Here's something I'm sure our mod Eric's gonna like. This first Hassan right here. Look at that. Pharaoh Jocolotto. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen this one. It's really good. It's just not a CE that ever gets talked about. Just maxed out, we get Buster Card Effectiveness, NP Strength, and NP Gain. Really good, especially on Hassan, considering that absurd NP gain on that card. Definitely respect the decision. You will watch stories yourself unless it's some ridiculous fight. Thanks. That's just kind of how I operate. Everyone's got their things that they'd be super down for. That's the beautiful thing. This man's 10-10-10, 1 NP level. NP1, still really good. It's amazing the amount of work Hassan is still able to put in, even considering how long he's been out. I think he's also fallen into the same level of like Ozymandias, actually, not necessarily to call back to something we've just seen, but because it super fits the bill. First Hassan is just one of those servants that's never really fallen off. Just never really fallen off. Always been good. And when he start to like edged further and further down, they just go and make him better, like immediately. It's a weird curve that his buffs are on. Like he's always like not necessarily at the tippy top, but still fairly stable, fairly doing a good job. And then the second this starts to go down, they just bring him right back up. They're like, nope, that's the level First Hassan's gonna stay at. That's the level he is going to live at. Just is the way it is. All right, we've got a Raikou enjoyer here. That is also where I'd put my Raikou if I had one. How many pluses on A do you need before it gets to EX? I think I've seen 4. My favorite thing about King Hassan is that he's the best assassin, not because he's super sneaky, but just because you cannot stop him from beating you to death. Grandpa Hassan is also immortal in Grail fronts. Not so much like Raikou, but with a level 100 K-scope, she will just basically nuke whatever she is fighting. Hassan's second skill is the only one that's not EX. He gave up on being Grand Assassin because he was just too powerful. Who could be new Grand Assassin? NP2 Raikou. This must have been clearing waves for you for a very, very long time. And are we? Yes, we're actually working off the critical star gather. Nice. Buster crit, an extra 1,000 damage just to be an extra mean. BB slots, because that can work on just anyone. A little bit of a heal. Just a wee bit. And a little bit of a debuff cleanse. If everyone is dead, what need is there for stealth? Is that me playing the Pirate Assassin's Creed game? Because that was me playing the Pirate Assassin's Creed game. That was the last one I liked, too. Like, I'm sorry, what need is there for stealth? I have 8 pistols on my chest, so I'm just gonna shoot 8 bullets, and cool, they're all dead. No one saw me. No one saw me anymore. I'm good. Ooh, Honey Lake Jean. Hotcake, I think it's Kaleidoscope. Or we can go Kaleidoscope. I don't know. Kaleidoscope. My favorite thing about King Hassan is the MP was bugged and skipped the death animations for his enemies, but the people liked it so much they unpatched it. That is correct, Crow. That is some super deep FGO lore right there. Yes, Black Flag. Black Flag. No, it was not. That's some excellent deep lore, Crow. Thank you so much for sharing that with the chat. Honey Lake Jalter is very interesting. Very interesting. Because it works. Not a thing you ever would have thought would have worked. But it can work with the burn. Massive Honey Lake W. Massive Honey Lake W right here. You can actually you can actually turn a lot of people into Honey Lakers. Can't even thought about Honey Lake synergy with Jean Altered. That's spicy. Yeah, pun intended, I guess. But yeah, totally. It can be done. Like, I know this does curse, but like that is super thematic, and you can use command codes to make it happen. Super interesting. Wow. I gotta say, of course, I think we all know who my favorite on this list was. Let's just take another gander at this really quick. Okay, cool, excellent, we did that. Honey Lake Jalter is a super interesting move. Gotta say, that was pretty impressive. I like that you showed us Jocolotl. Like, that's a not oft talked about craft essence that's super neat. And I admire your dedication to King Protea, Raikou, and most importantly, Barguest, and John as well. I will send you a friend request, Rosma. I hope you accept that. If you wish to be Rosma's friend, well, I believe I've copy-pasted the code right there. 142783092 will get you there. And the final on the list of the day is Fire Infernos. 388651637. All right, let's see what we've got over here. 388651637 from Fire Infernos. There's another I need to see, the next archer. We'll take a peek at this next archer really quick. 2 seconds. 142 783 092. I will take a peek at this archer really quick. No, 145 142. Alright, we'll take a look at this one archer really quick. Okay, that was worth it. Oh, that was worth it. Nice. What a sick Billy the Kid. This is truly America. Bang, bang, pow, pow, John Wayne cheeseburger. Brilliant. Alright, but now into our actual final of the night. 388651637. Beep, beep. Let's see what we got here. All right, starting with the Memeland. Yep. Third archer. Oh, too late. I'm sorry. We gotta get this last person, Rosma. I'll look on my own time. I promise. Level 90 Merlin. Look at this man. Look at this man. You'll just say it instead of taking up more time. I appreciate your understanding, Rosma. That is quite the Merlin. He does Merlin things. Ooh, another Mordred. All right. Discord has banned this image, but we've got a Walk in the Park, granting some Star Gather rate and NP strength, starting NP gauge. Cool, cool, cool. Actually did all of the bonus missions. Nice. Nice. Mordred being the feature. Is this another Ishtar? Yep, 2K Ishtar with maxed aerial drive. She is 10-10-10, NP1. She is ready for action. Rocking her own command code. Rocking her own command code. Blades works super good. C-Star Voyage Certificate. Rosma is a second 120, Artoria Archer, NP5, first 2 appends max. 2K foe, damn. Ooh, Luo Long Mask on this Ishtar. Nice, that's super interesting, honestly. Crest of Humanity granting it some additional star drop. That's pretty neat. Works super well with Shining Majestic Crown. Wouldn't have necessarily thought of that. That's part of the reason I like doing this. You see people who ended up doing these extra additional things. You're like, huh, I guess that does work. I never would have thought about that. Oh, here we go. I wish you luck on the long and arduous road to 120 for your Ereshkigal. Black Rail definitely works super good on her. She's 10-10-10. Let's see where we're at with those appends so we can gauge the progress a little bit. Okay, low magical energy. I get it. I understand. She's NP2'd, so you've actually got quite a bit of progress on the way to get there. Ooh, all right, Mage of Flowers. Got a few stars off of the Buster card. Got Star Gather rate on the armament. Yes, Fire Infernos, it is you. I love that. I love when people are like, oh wait, oh wait, it was me the whole time. Nice, nice, nice. What we got here? Francis Drake, another character I haven't seen in a very long time. This was my go-to. Does he pass the Lolicon mod check? Check Kama's sprite when you get to her. Okay. We'll do another checkpoint. 10-10-10 on that Francis Drake. NP1. I miss Drake. I miss Drake from Olympus. She was great. I wish they'd given us her costume. The Castoria is a Castoria. Good. We have verified it's a Castoria. All right, Kama. Kama. I believe 2nd and 3rd Ascension pass. 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 You're lucky. You're lucky. I have Barguest new Neurofest level 4. Drake's new buff this anniversary, right? My Drake still farms doors. She's not going anywhere. Y'all don't need to be Drake apologists. Seriously, I'm a fan of Drake. I'm a fan of Drake. You lucked out MLBing, CE. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Chocolate Heaven's awesome. Super duper awesome. And it's such a neat contrast between Kama and Parvati. Such a super neat contrast. I really like this CE. I am a blatant Kama 3rd enjoyer. Chat has decreed you may live. This Kama B10-10-10. Nice. NP1. And we got, yep, there it is. There's our spear. Nice. Yeah, Drake needs Atlantis and Agartha. 100% agree, Sarah. Definitely need those costumes. Alright, let's look at Star Wars. Is this pure Star Wars gaming? I don't know, gang. What happened to all of the men in Star Wars? You don't want to understand what that's a reference to. I hate it. I hate Star Wars discourse anymore. I'm starting to lean deeply into the, like, I am a Star Wars fan and Star Wars fans are insufferable level of things. I quite enjoy this Sith Lord. Love this Sith Lord. Level 100 on Trace of Christmas Pass. She is 10-10-10. Her altar reactor is ready to go. She's 2K. Yes. Yes. Cross the Caliber. Oh, we're pure saber slaying. Oh, she's full Grey Jedi. No, so okay, I hate that I have to go into this, but since we're on Star Wars the character, which Heroine X needs to make a cameo in Star Wars, I need to mention this super duper quick. But like, Star Wars fans are mad right now because there was a Star Wars game revealed recently. It's going to be like an open world Star Wars game where you play as a smuggler and you get like a droid companion in a cowboy jacket, and it's freaking awesome. But people are mad that the main character be a lady. And people were like, where did all the men go in Star Wars? When I seem to recall, I just played Jedi Survivor like 2 months ago. And I was big beefy man Cal Kestis with his mullet. So like, no one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. Correct, Eric. No one despises Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. 100%. I'm excited for the smuggler game. I think it's going to be neat. I wanted to play as a smuggler for a long time. Like, I played a smuggler in SWTOR. It was great. I'm excited to play a smuggler again. Give me a sweet little shooty boom boom blaster pistol in my droid buddy. Yeah, it's called Star Wars Outlaws. It looks super cool. There is no loading screen between flying your ship from the ground into space. Like, it's smuggler bullshit. It's super cool. Not even 2 months. Jedi Survivor was last month? Oh, God. I think playing through Breath of the Wild altered my perception of time, because that's what I did right after Jedi Survivor. Yeah, it looks super cool. It looks super cool. And Jedi Survivor was great because I didn't really experience that many bugs. They could save the others, but not themselves. I'm glad we got to mention that, considering we saw this baller MHX altar. Solid MHX altar, by the way. Much better than mine. She's 2K FO'd. I mean, that's automatically going to do it. But I like how thematic you went into giving her both the light and the dark side on the Buster cards. Super neat. The reason I hate the sequels is because they're written poorly, not because Daisy Ridley is a woman. I mean, like, I kind of wish Rey had been nobody. I was talking with Kadroth about this. That's like my one big gripe with the sequels. I thought they were okay. The prequels are still my favorite Star Wars movies, so you might consider my perception completely and utterly skewed, because Revenge of the Sith is my favorite Star Wars movie. But that's kind of where I stand on it. I thought they were fine. They were okay. I walked out of The Last Jedi like that was okay. I didn't feel too strongly about it one way or the other. But I do feel like Star Wars has mainly been killing it in shows like The Mandalorian and in games like Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. That's where Star Wars has really been crushing it for me. God, look, we talked about Star Wars discourse in the chat and nobody, like, said anything horrible or threatened to murder me. Look, we can do it. We can do it. It's entirely possible, chat. And I'm proud of all of you for it. I'm proud of all of you for it. Seriously. No one said anything, like, super duper angry or hurtful during my entire, like, little mini rant. And I thank you for it. And I also was better than a lot of Star Wars people and didn't say anything super mean and hurtful. Star Wars is in a bad place for me right now. Yeah, I thought sequels were all right. I think Mandalorian and Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor are my favorite things to come out of Star Wars recently. That's just me, though. That's what I enjoy. Moving on to more space. Space Ishtar. More space. You can never level this up again. You can never level this up again. You're banned. I understand. Just doesn't feel right, does it? Do you want me to pick up some pitchforks so it feels normal? Oh no. I said the Star Wars prequels, I said the Star Wars sequels were fine. I didn't even say the Star Wars sequels were great. I just said the Star Wars sequels were fine. Why is this man getting my IP address? A great success in the level 69. You never leveled this up after? Oh, what a champion, Infernos. What an absolute champion. You understood the assignment. Does she really need NP gain, though? Not necessarily, no. Not really. But I mean, like, Spishtar does kind of just, like, end up hitting a point where it's like... Does it really matter? Sometimes you hit a point with farming and characters and all that where you end up, you're dealing so much damage, you're like, should I just put like an XP craft essence on this character that doesn't actually do anything? Will I still receive the same results if I do that? Can I just run no CE and I'll still be fine with that? So maybe that's the rationale we've got going right here. The ignore invincibility is super nice if you want to use Spishtar for like boss fights and stuff like that. I will 100% side with that completely. A solid Spishtar for us to round out the stream with. Overall, I gotta say this is an interesting list. Thank you for passing the comma test. Appreciate that. I wish you great luck on your Reshkagal, and I also thank you for inviting me to go on a Star Wars mini rant by just having Heroine X Alter present. Honestly, you don't know whether CE to put on her, so you just put a high level CE. Honestly, like, NP damage is great. You can go ahead and give her, she doesn't, I think what chat's mainly saying is, like, she doesn't necessarily need the NP gain. So you can pair the NP damage with, like, starting NP gauge, with, like, things like arts card effectiveness. Chat's just mainly trying to be like, we don't necessarily need NP gain on her because she's got enough. Painting Summer can, yes, be good on her. That grants arts card effectiveness. It's more of a trying to help you thing. Trust me, if people in chat start getting belligerent or malicious, we just kind of nuke them. But I'm surprised. My experience on YouTube and on, like, my Discord channel and all of that with a lot of people, I haven't really come across, like, a super duper, like, asshole in chat or anything like that. I don't know if I'm just lucky or if just not being over 10k means that I'm not big enough for them to start showing up yet. I don't know if I've leveled up to that point or anything like that, but I haven't really come across anybody that fits that bill, and I'm grateful for that. So thank you all, chat, for being reasonable, nice people. And 388-651-637. 637? Yes, 388-651-637 is what will get you onto this friend list. And we're gonna go and stare at the big lady to round this out. Perfect. Like, thank you all so much for stopping by, chat. I'm glad you continue to enjoy support reviews. As long as people continue to enjoy support reviews, I will keep doing them on the channel, because seeing, like, just all of your reactions to these little things we go through and, like, being able to give out advice to people and stuff like that is great. I'm super, super happy that people really do enjoy these. Thank you to everybody that did super chats tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that participated in the chat and was actually, like, talking and helping each other out. I really, really appreciate that's the kind of community that's been cultivated here. So thank you all for doing such a good job. Other things to check out. I miss minor spelling mistake, that Final Fantasy 14 meme where I just get nuked. Thank you. No, seriously, big thank you to chat for being wholesome and nice. Some people do say, like Egg said, the streamer molds their chat. That is the kind of community I want. That's the kind of things I want to do. Just like I said, like my description on my YouTube isn't just bullshit. I want to like spread my love for games, like pure love for specific games that I have. And all of my videos that I try to put out are just molded on my love for specific things. So please be sure to check out all the other FGO videos. Be sure to check out the Honkai Star Rail stuff if you're into that. I'm really trying to put a lot of stuff in there and try to like understand the game and make the FGO quality guides that I already do for Star Rail as well. So if you're interested in Star Rail stuff, please feel free to check that out. Algorithm's kind of hurting them right now, but I'm gonna just push forward and keep putting those out because I enjoy the game. I honestly enjoy the game. Other stuff to check out, the list does carry over. We have a master Google Doc, don't worry. I also have a full Resident Evil 4 stream on the channel if you wanted to check that out. That's probably one of the best games I've played all year, so you can always take a ganderino at that. Big thanks to everyone on the Patreon, on the Twitch, even though I'm not necessarily streaming on Twitch because they're being a little shitty. Big thanks to everyone on the Ko-fi. Hi, Zaria, you're just in time for the wrap-up. I'm sorry. And of course, thanks to all of you here on YouTube. I really, really appreciate all of you. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST for the Final Fantasy 16 demo, and however long I am allowed to play it until the game kicks me off, and I just wait for the 22nd. So we'll at least be streaming that part of Final Fantasy 16. Rest of the game I'll just play myself. I might do a video giving my thoughts after I actually finish it. But that's going to be a solid vacation. Yeah, Hotcake, I've got playthroughs of Resident Evil 2 Remake, 3 Remake, and 4 on the channel. So you can check all those out. Bunch of playlists there. All right, gang, now I'm actually wrapping up. Thank you all so much. This is Kawaii50, hoping you all have a phenomenal evening, and I will see you all